Welcome back, Colonels. So, with 2024 kind of coming to an end in like the next 2 months, I figured it is time to kind of stop and look forward to the future a little bit and rank my top 10 most anticipated projects of 2025. Let's go. So 2024 has been a pretty good year for projects. Not quite as good as like 2023, or I would say definitely 2025. I was talking to a friend and I said that 2025 is probably going to be the best year for movies, shows, and just media in general. At first I said in just the 2020s, but then I thought about it for a second. Probably in the 2000s. I can't think of a year that's had so many, blockbuster hits, just all of them coming out. So real quick before we dive into this list, just remember that this is my list. It's not the right list. It's just mine. Let me know down in the comments below what your top 10 2025 projects are going to be. Movies, shows, anything like that. And before we get started, consider hitting that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any other reviews or lists like this one. Let's go. Coming in at number 10, I have Zootopia 2. We don't even actually have an official trailer for this movie yet, because I believe it comes out in the second half of next year. We don't even have a poster for it yet. However, I will say, even though I can't show it to you guys, there are some concept stuff, like stills. I might be able to show the photos, but there are some like little trailers and stuff from D23 that I managed to screen grab. But again, I can't show that stuff for copyright reasons. But I am excited for this movie. I was a big fan of the first Zootopia, so the fact that they're making a second one is really good news to me. From what I know, it's gonna kind of follow them as they like hunt down. They're like reptiles are being explored now in Zootopia, so I don't know how that's gonna be. I just hope it can live up to the plot that was the first movie. And at number 9, we have the new Karate Kid movie. Again, there's not a lot known about this. The only thing we kind of know is that it's gonna kind of have to do with Cobra Kai. There have been a lot of rumors, especially with the fact that about a year ago, Jackie Chan put out a video, I believe they were doing some kind of casting call for the next Karate Kid. The fact that Jackie Chan is in it got my hopes up that we might see Dre from Karate Kid 2010 appear in this and like maybe coexist with the Cobra Kai cast. I would love that. I hope that happens, but even if it doesn't, that's fine. I'm just ready for a new Karate Kid movie. Coming in at number 8, we have Andor Season 2. This is also going to be the last season of Andor, as after Andor Season 2, it's going to lead directly into Rogue One, which obviously is one of probably the best Star Wars movies since Disney acquired Star Wars. I'm excited for this. I really, really enjoyed the first season, and I know it's kind of hit or miss with some people. A lot of people thought it was a little slow. I really liked the build-up to, especially like that heist that they do, because it really just captures the like all or nothing. Like if they were caught, that would be it. And I love seeing the rebellion spark from a guy who really didn't want anything to do with anything at first. He was just trying to get by, and now he's like the whole head of the rebellion. And needless to say, I'm really excited for this. At number 7, I have the Thunderbolts. We actually just recently got the first trailer for this movie, and I am still excited for it, but there are some things where I'm like, okay, like I need to see more of. Like, I'm not sold on the Taskmaster new outfit yet, and I want to know a little bit more of the plot. Like, I really like some of the shots and the dark, gritty stuff here, especially like the Bucky stuff. But I just need to see a little more. I don't want the plot to be spoiled for me, but I have no idea what direction they are going here with the plot of this movie. Like, all I can tell you right now is that like they're just gonna all be like going on some kind of mission together, and at first fighting each other. That's really all we know. We don't know much other than that. But the trailer, the shots look cool, and the concept is cool enough, and it has a lot of my favorite characters to kind of put it in good faith on this list. At number 6, I have Superman Legacy. I know a bunch of you are probably gonna have this at your number 1. I'm a decently, you know, I'm into Superman, not as much as a lot of you. I'm definitely more of the Batman kind of side of things, which I can't believe the Batman Part 2 has been delayed to early 2026. Hopefully it's like very early, like January 1st, but that's besides the point. I'm also really enjoying the Penguin, but yeah, I think Superman Legacy is gonna be really good. I've heard they've already finished it, so now they're just doing like CGI stuff or editing stuff, so they will be very well prepared by July of 2025. And this movie also has a lot of competition because it's coming around right the same time as Fantastic Four: The First Steps. So I guess we'll kind of see how that goes down. At number 5, we have Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 2. So there's been a lot of rumors of like this is going to be the last movie, and even if it's going to be called Dead Reckoning Part 2, because I know that they were having like some title issues and stuff like that, I really hope this is the last Mission Impossible movie. But then again, it's also like Mission Impossible, there's like 7, that was like the 8th movie. Mission Impossible is a series that, besides the second one, I would say, has gotten better each time they've made a new one. Like the more they make this, the better they seem to get. So I don't know, but I do know that I'm very excited to see Tom Cruise, you know, do his little action thing again and do a lot of his own stunts, because he's an old dude. I mean, he's what, in his 60s now, and still doing some of his own stunts, so that's pretty impressive. But I can't wait to see what kind of new stunts they have for us, besides like driving a dirt bike off of a cliff and then like paragliding or whatever onto a train. I mean, that was really cool, and Tom Cruise actually did that, at least the first part of it. That's pretty cool. Coming in at number 4, I have Avatar: Fire and Ash. The only thing we know about this movie is, 1, that it comes out, I think, in the fall of next year, and 2, we've seen like the concept photos, which I'll probably show somewhere here, of what the fire Na'vi people are going to look like. I know that, aside from myself, my girlfriend is very excited for this movie. Avatar is her favorite series. I think that, I mean, we have this one. I think we have like maybe 2 or 3 more after this. So because I feel like The Way of Water was a real test to see how they are going to handle this series with sequels, because the first one was so good that it was like everyone was scared to touch, you know, make a sequel. The Way of Water was just as good as the first one, at least I think. And if they can keep Fire and Ash on that same level, we might have one of the best movie series out ever. So, hoping that, you know, they can kind of maintain the quality. And as we enter our top 3 here, be sure to leave a like, and, you know, again, leave a comment down below letting me know if you want to leave a whole top 10, that's okay. If not, maybe just a top 3 of your most anticipated 2025 projects. There were some movies and shows that didn't make it onto this list. The 2 that come to mind was Captain America: Brave New World and Elio, which I'm definitely very excited for. They kind of just missed this list. So again, let me know what your lists are as we move into our top 3 here. At number 3, I have Tron: Ares, and I know that a lot of people, I feel like this is gonna fly under the radar a lot, but being that I am just a massive Tron fan, I like the original Tron. It's okay. But what I'm really talking about here is Tron Legacy. I am a massive Tron Legacy defender. And I wouldn't say defender is quite the right word, because a lot of people do like the movie, but they're not a big fan of CGI Jeff Bridges, which I think obviously this movie is going to fix. I think this movie has an amazing cast. I know it has Jared Leto, Cameron Monaghan. It has a lot of other really great actors and actresses. And we've seen, like, at D23, they did show a small trailer. I'm just hoping that the music, I think it's being done by Five Finger Death Punch. I could be wrong about that. But it's something like that. Have faith in the music. I was a really big Daft Punk fan of the way that they did the soundtrack in Tron Legacy, so they just need to nail at least the soundtrack for this. And my runner-up is Fantastic Four: The First Steps. if you talk to any of my friends, they will tell you I have been obsessed with this movie ever since it was announced in 2021, I want to say, at Disney's investor meeting. Ever since I've known that we are getting a Fantastic Four movie, it's all I've been able to think about. It's the movie. I would say right now, my hype for Fantastic Four: The First Steps is more than the 2 Avengers movies that we are getting. Like, because the Avenger movies we've gotten before. We've gotten Avenger movies before. And I'm really excited for that, but we don't know much about that. We know the cast for the Fantastic Four. And being that, I think I have Reed Richards in like my top 5 favorite superheroes of all time. I just think that, I know a lot of people aren't like, oh, I don't think Pedro Pascal's gonna do it. Normally I'd agree with you, but I think the fact that this takes place in like a retro futurism 60s, that really fits him well. And the rest of the cast is just as equally amazing, with Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. I think this cast is really good. But easily coming in at number 1 is the finale of Stranger Things. I mean, so you've seen him on the channel before, my friend Schweendog. He and I both, our favorite TV show of all time is Stranger Things. I remember watching the first season actually, it's funny, I faked being sick from school one day to watch the first season of Stranger Things and fell in love with the show and kept watching it. And, you know, I know season 2 is regarded as like one of the worst seasons, or not one of the worst, but just like the worst season of Stranger Things. You know, with it still being really good. I personally don't agree. I think that season 2 is better than season 1. I think the seasons just get better as they go. So, but I think that season 5, I mean, there's no doubt that Stranger Things is Netflix's biggest property. I mean, everyone that has a Netflix account at least knows what Stranger Things is. So I think that this show, the way that it's going to end, is going to be huge, and I really hope they just nail it. Hey guys, let me know what you guys thought about this list. Do you agree with some of the things on this list? What would you change? And let me know all of that down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace, guys.